Hey everybody, Benjamin Michaelick here. Quick update about the Kickstarter. We are about at 80% and still going up, which is incredible. There's about 7 days left in the campaign, so please pledge. Consider doing add-ons, things like that, because that's really going to help us out in the end to make this thing actually happen. One really exciting announcement that I'd like to share is we are releasing a full list of the characters that we're planning on today. Uh, and along with a description of them. And one of the reasons I'm so excited to do this is I really wanted some player transparency into a selection process where the group can actually see all the characters and go through and find the most optimal one for them, rather than doing a typical casting process. So it saves us time, it lets people find exactly what they want out of the game, and I think it's going to be really incredible. So, without further ado, today I would like to talk about the Kingdom of Tides. So the Kingdom of Tides is based on the Little Mermaid, but there's also this incredible underlying story to the kingdom that set all of these engines, all of these things into motion for them, which is this idea that there is a human man who is an incredibly greedy pirate who is cast overboard during a storm. The man sinks to the bottom of the ocean and finds an incredibly powerful magical relic of a trident. The trident transforms him into a merman, where he is able to actually kind of conquer and enslave all the merfolk and unify them under the ocean. Now, different characters inside of this kingdom of tides have different relationships to this character. He is specifically Marina, the princess's father, and so we treat him like the king of the merfolk under the ocean. The trick about this character is he is incredibly cruel. He's incredibly selfish. After the passing of his wife, he doubled down and became even more vicious, which has kind of led to this exodus of merfolk who are trying to escape the kingdom. And so while this person is there bringing a lot of cruelty to the merfolk that are still within the kingdom, a large portion of the nobility and more have decided to exodus and annex from the kingdom and start another kingdom away from this person. And so they are actually fleeing from true danger, and they're trying to protect themselves by establishing a new kingdom. And so in a sense, you can think of them as refugees. The only difference is they have the magical power, they have the physical fortitude to actually carve out their own space inside of what we've established as the main continent. Now, for me personally, having escaped a toxic parent and all sorts of stuff, I do think that the story rings really true about how to almost like carve your own path, remove that toxicity from your life, and stand something up. And so that was kind of a theme that we thought through initially with this kingdom, but the biggest theme that we kind of ended up landing on is transformation. And so almost every single character inside this kingdom has undergone some sort of transformation, particularly with our Sea Witch character Nerida, because she was very much able to stand up a new castle, transform everyone, and give the entire merfolk kingdom legs. But she also kind of conducts her own magical experiments on animals and things. And so there are a couple characters in this kingdom, I think about 4, that were animals but have been transformed into a humanoid form. And so they do still retain some of their stranger behaviors. But overall, they are part of the kingdom, and they're something special for the Kingdom of Tides. One of the original kind of conceptors for this kingdom was Jess. She had this incredible idea of them not truly understanding like land folks' fashion and all sorts of stuff, and so we kind of took this Mad Max approach where they're taking flotsam and jetsam and building barbarian-ish type of armor for themselves. In our world, merfolk do move faster, they are stronger than an average human, And so it makes sense for them to be kind of like a barbarian type of kingdom. So things to expect from this type of kingdom is they are a very tight-knit group, but there is some internal intrigue that's happening with them where they care about each other, but a lot of them have secrets and they're trying to protect each other because they all are understanding how difficult this transformation has been. And so through kind of this like transformation and refinding yourself type of theme, a lot of them are just trying to, you know, put their first foot forward and understand themselves a little bit better as they're, you know, meeting new kingdoms, as they are trying to stand up a new kingdom as well, particularly and shed their old cultures and kind of step into this new kind of human world. So when we looked at this cast of characters, you know, we have two princesses. One is an older sister and one is a younger sister. The younger sister is the one who inspired the Exodus. Their uncle is part of the cast, is kind of a general, a war type of figure. We also have Nerida the Sea Witch, obviously, who was once a mermaid, but due to some changes and a secret, basically, she ended up transforming into a sea witch. We have another character that is one of the princess's best friend. It's probably one of my favorite characters in the game, because I think that this character in particular, Calder, has one of the best comedic arcs in the entire story. And a very, very tragic character that is kind of a mashup of crow and a seagull. So we chose a magpie. The character's name is Madge the Collector, and it's this kind of character that had an experiment formed on them. We also have an abomination character in this kingdom that's a mashup of two eels, and so they have this kind of two personalities regularly fighting. And in a sense, you know, that character particularly was based on Golem from Lord of the Rings, because we love the idea of that, like, feral selfishness with somebody like with another personality that's like pleading, that's like kind of logical, but like subserviently pleading as they are kind of proceeding through with their ideas and things like that. So, you know, this kingdom is super exciting and really, really fun to play. They get lots of wild curveballs as they're playing too. Particularly with the memory mechanics, there's a couple characters in the kingdom that are definitely missing a lot of memories, and so through gameplay they actually uncover their memories. One character I am incredibly excited to announce is a brand new character for this kingdom that we are basing off of a very foolish and short character from the Kingdom of Petals. This person in particular highly worshipped a huntsman, and was, if anything, an evil sidekick. The thing that I love about this character is we're basing him on La Cage aux Fools, and the idea is that he is providing war intelligence for the Kingdom of Tides, but also kind of likes to dress up and for the soldiers and do acts as a bookish princess. So we are introducing one of our very first ever drag characters, and I think it's going to be really, really incredible. Thank you again for the continued support, for sharing these videos. I am just every day floored by the amount of support that we're getting, especially from my friends and family and from everybody else and all the fans who have attended before. So any support, any sharing, anything like that will help this Kickstarter get over the edge, and we are so close. So thank you again, and thank you for your continued support.